Okay, so you have been reaching out to people from your hundreds list, and um, what you may have come across is not a lot of people either respond or they say not right now, or they say, yeah, I'm interested. You give them info and then you don't hear from them for a while, or they seem really gung ho and are positive and you're like, yes, they're going to order, and you've sent them their information, but you still haven't heard from them. Either way, any of those scenarios, it is so key for you to be following up with them. If you think about your journey, how many times someone had to talk to you about it, how many times were you followed up with? How many conversations did you have about Plexus? Or anytime you've purchased anything else or you've considered something else, how many times have you had to be reminded about it? A lot of people, pretty much everyone, does not have Plexus on their mind like we do. And so really follow-up is just being a reminder, being that extra piece that reminds them, oh yeah, I did think about that, or I was considering that. And following up with someone, I heard about a scenario that really rang true to me was if you're thinking about like a waitress at a restaurant, she'll come around and offer coffee to an entire table. One person may say, sure, I want some coffee. The rest of the people at the table may say no. Well, their no, the waitress, when the waitress hears no, it's not taking it personal and, oh my gosh, they didn't want coffee from me. What did I do wrong? Did I say something wrong? No, they just didn't want coffee. They didn't want coffee at that moment. What that waitress is going to do is not take it personally. She's going to go on to the next table, ask those people, do they want coffee? She may refill some people's glasses. She may move on. But what that waitress is going to do is she's going to go back to those people at the first table and ask again if they want coffee. And at that time, they may be ready for it. They may be, their cup may be empty, whatever this situation is, they may be ready for it at that point. So just remember that following up is huge. Most people don't make a decision on the first contact that they've had with Plexus. Very rarely, I'd say like 0.0005% actually make a decision right there on the spot. Everyone else has to be followed up with, has to be reminded about it, and it's usually, I've heard, 6 to 8 contacts before someone makes a final decision, yes or no, whether they want to or not. So most of the time you're just reminding people and putting Plexus back on their mind and on the forefront of their mind to make a decision. So follow-up is key. If you don't follow up, you are losing customers and losing potential ambassadors because you just aren't being that person. If you don't follow up, someone else will. So you want to be that person. Some ways to follow up if you haven't heard back from people would be to say you've sent a message to someone and they haven't said anything back. A way that you can follow up with them, a form of following up, is to go like and comment on some of their posts so that they are reminded of you and go, oh yeah, I did have that conversation with Jill. I should go message her back. Just that way of kind of reminding them. They definitely need to be people that you are messaging whenever we have specials or you're running specials or doing a giveaway or something. Those are the people you want to shoot a message to and remind them about that. They are people that you want to make sure you say happy birthday to on their birthday. Just people that you're constantly being in contact with them. If for some other reason that you need to contact them, make sure they are being contacted. Say you have a party or something else non-Plexus related, make sure that you're talking to them too, just so that you're in their life and they are being reminded of that. So you can always send them testimonies too. So maybe your initial contact was you heard that they had a thyroid issue, or they have arthritis, or they have migraines. Maybe a few weeks on the road, find a testimony of someone that's had success with that same issue or a similar issue and send it to them and say, hey, I read this recently and I immediately thought of you. So I just wanted to shoot this to you and just give you an example of someone who's had success and been able to find relief with Plexus with an issue that you've had. So there are multiple different ways you can follow up with people, but the key is to do it. Just follow up consistently, be persistent, and don't give up. So Good luck.